over the UK, the Metropolitan Police have been raiding people's homes and arresting activists, protests, elderly people, parents. Police, like that man, are human beings. They live here too. And they are being asked to protect the reputation of a genocidal state. The British Empire is expecting these servicemen and women to protect their war crimes from scrutiny. That's it. This is not an attack on the police, I swear. But I am disturbed by protectors of the peace being used as a shield to block democratic accountability. Obviously, the right to protest is not a violent crime. It is an important constitutional safety valve. If you want to live in a free society, it is wrong to protect political power from public opinion. And the force starts to lose its legitimacy once it's perceived as becoming a shield for moral cowardice. Holding signs, marching, grieving together, calling out genocide. It's not really a public safety threat. And anyone who's been on the beat around these protesters can attest. You've nothing to prove to me, but you know what you've seen. People sitting, singing Kumbaya and offering you tea. Most people in the UK support a ceasefire and oppose arming Israel. When you are arresting elderly people, grieving mothers, Jewish anti-Zionists, students, journalists, lawyers, you are humiliating yourself to protect the government from shame. Your face is on camera and people will remember what you did. You don't have to protest or speak out or defy, but you also don't have to obey unethical orders. Nobody joins the police to protect war criminals and private property. You didn't swear an oath to Israel. So I want to talk about police training. Sir Robert Peel was a British Conservative politician. As Home Secretary, he created the Metropolitan Police Service in London, and then he was Prime Minister twice. The force gets their nicknames, the Bobbies and the Peelers, from Sir Robert Peel. And the Peeler principles are meant to work by consent of the public, not fear and not violence. Peel laid down 9 key principles to good policing. He said the police are the public and the public are the police. Force should be only used as a last resort. And the test of police effectiveness is the absence of crime. So prevent crime. These ideas shaped the British police as the civil service that it is today. Restraint and accountable to the people. In theory, the phrase policing by consent is everywhere in British policing language. But Peelian principles never train officers to ask, do we still have that consent? It never trains officers to critique, how do we get the consent? Does the Metropolitan Police have the consent of the entire British public to be arresting 86-year-old men out of their home in raids because they are members of organisations without questioning what consent is or how it's achieved? The idea is treated as a permanent state, as if consent being granted once in 1800 can never be withdrawn again. In reality, consent is often strategically assumed, manufactured through the media, or pressured with fear tactics like surveillance. You cannot say you police by consent if you ignore dissent. That's not consent.